Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone's doing great today. So this is going to be as short as I can make it while still hopefully giving value to someone. Now, as you know, I have not had friends for quite some time, and it's still the same. I don't have any friends, not people that I hang out with and go do things with and all of that fun stuff. And that's totally cool. I'm still fine with it, but that's just my personality. But this video, I want to go over my personal, to me, and of course yours can be different. These are just things to me, but I want to spark some thought and some hopefully good insight, and maybe think about these things and have some conversations about these things. So these are going to be just 10 things that I think happiness is all about, at least for me in my personal life. So I did write them down so I stay on track, everyone, and they're in no particular order. It's not number one is the most important or anything like that. So you know how they always say laughter is the best medicine? I think that's true, but for me personally, getting outdoors into nature is the best medicine. And I am a person who does not like a super hot climate. That's why Florida just didn't work out for me. And lots of people love it down there. That's fantastic. It's just not for me personally. So now that I am back up in a more moderate climate with the 4 seasons, and of course we're in full swing autumn right now, and it is just absolutely stunning and beautiful out, and I just love it, and I'm outside every single day. So that's number one. Number two is helping others with no expectations. So helping someone and not expecting anything in return, knowing that they might not ever be able to help you back, or whatever it is you do, repay you for whatever that was. Whether it's helping them with their packages, taking their cart in when you go to the store and they're unpacking their, things from the cart, and the cart return is a ways away. I am always the person that comes up to them and says, "Can I take your cart?" I might not need that cart, but I'm going to take it back for them, especially people that are older, because respect your elders. All right. So helping others with no expectations at all. Number three, spending time by yourself. Some people might not be good with that. Me, I love hanging out with myself. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I just am one of those people, I'm just comfortable in my own skin, and I don't need to be around other people all the time. I can just be with myself. And that's kind of how I recharge my batteries anyway, is being outside and being by myself. Number four is having a pet, or having pets, dogs, cats, birds, whatever floats your boat. And I think if you have a pet, you're technically not alone, but because they're not of the human, embodiment, I guess it's a gray area, and everybody's going to have their own opinion on that, and that's totally cool. But if I'm out driving around and by myself, my cat's not with me. He's here. He's at home. He's sleeping underneath the blanket on the bed right now. But having an animal companion, if you can, and if you enjoy that, is a wonderful thing. And there's no greater joy than having an animal as your companion, or to take care of, or to greet you when you come home. Just all of the things that go with it. Number five is reading, and then read some more, and then read some more after that. Now, if you're not a reader, that's totally cool. I personally like physical books. I tried one of those e-readers once and I just wasn't my thing. I like to hold the book. I like to feel that paper turning the page. I like the smell of the book. That's just me. So read. That's one of the things that to me is happiness. Number 6, being content with who you are as a person, accepting yourself. So that's not easy to do. I'm not 100% there yet. Probably never will be. No one's perfect except for the big guy upstairs. We're human. We make mistakes. We have flaws. But I try to be the best version of myself, meaning I know the difference between right and wrong, and I'm not going to do something that's wrong. That's just who I am as a person. I'm going to try to help others if I can. I'm always nice. If you're, not nice to me, then I'm not going to be nice to you, kind of a thing. But I come first when it comes to those kinds of things. So being content with who you are is just in your surroundings and in your body and where you're at in your life and in your age. Because like my brother says, getting old ain't for the faint of heart. And that is true. It gets harder as we get older because of circumstances around us that change, and people, whether it's, the music, whether it's the movies, actors and musicians and things. When you grow up with things and then they start to go away when you get older because they pass away, that gets hard to deal with. And of course, it's life. It's life's cycle. It is just a natural thing that happens. And you really have to fight for that, being content and not always having to do more or always to have more. And yeah, it's a hard thing to do. But for me, when I can get into my contentment zone, I'm very, very happy. I'm usually happy, but this just makes me even happier. All right, number 7. This one is going to be a little woo-woo-y, but it's just me personally, how I feel and how I think of things. And that is knowing that there is magic in all of the madness around us. There's magic all around us, right? I see it every single day. I'm always expecting it. That's why I find it. That's why I see it. That's why I embrace it. That's enough about that one. Number 8, hanging out with your inner child. What does that mean? Things that you liked to do as a kid. Did you like to go play at the playground, at the park? You can do that as an adult. Just don't freak people out. If you like to dance, I guess. You can dance as an adult. Obviously, it's an adult thing. But silly things you did as a kid, played with a yo-yo, played tic-tacs, played with your marbles, whatever. I'm just talking about Gen X stuff now, aren't I? But all of these things that you can do that bring out that inner child, stopping to smell the roses, picking up leaves that are on the path, in autumn, and taking them home and pressing them in a book, or just laying them out on a table so you can enjoy the beauty of Mother Nature. That inner child, I find the more that I let that out, the more content with myself I am. Because being an adult is damn hard, and we don't always have to be an adult. I'm not saying being immature and act like a jerk. You know what I'm talking about with the inner child, and just letting go and just being. Because when we're kids, and if you see kids, that's the only way they know how to be, right? So if we can reconnect with that, I think that helps a lot. At least it does for me personally. Number 9, going on adventures. And this can be just outside your back door. This can be if you want to go to Europe. It doesn't really matter what you do. You can go on an adventure just reading a book, right? But for me, since I've been here, there's so much to do here that I have to pick and choose what I'm going to do, which is crazy. And I love it. I went to the drag races, had the best time last weekend. I went to a huge vintage market and had a wonderful time. And they had food trucks. And I went and sat down outside with, had some lunch from one of the food trucks. And I joined another lady at one of the benches out there. And we ended up having lunch together per se. We talked, I think, for like an hour, and she's an amazing woman. Oh my God, it's the first time I've ever met in real life a full-time RVer. She's been doing this for 8 years, and she just blew my mind. I have so much respect for her, and she's just a lovely person. And we plan on going to have lunch or something one of these days. She still works remotely, but she travels all over the place. She's here, I think, until the end of the year, and then I think she's going to go south for a little while. So you never know what's going to happen. And then this weekend, I'm going to go to one of those Renaissance fairs with the jousting and all of that cool stuff. I've always wanted to do that, never got around to it, and the weather's going to be perfect this weekend before it gets cold next week, so I'm going to go do that. So just go have adventures, go have fun. And I do this stuff by myself, and it doesn't matter. I thoroughly just enjoy myself and have a really good time. So just give me some ideas if you've got other things that you come up with too. Things in your area, your neck of the woods, whatever. And then number 10 is not giving a damn what others think. Okay? I only have myself and God to answer to. No one else. Now, I am single. If I was married, I'd probably have, my significant other. I don't really know if I have to answer to them, though. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I've been single for, going on 7 years now by choice, and I absolutely love it. I love my time. I love getting to do what I want, when I want to do it. I love having my own space, and I thrive off of that. And I just talk to anybody when I go out and I go on my walks by the lake. I talk to people all the time. Met the nice lady at the vintage market, talked to some really nice people when I was at a vintage store and looking for, little tchotchkes and things like that. So again, it's, just me personally. These are my things that I wanted to share with you that I think is part of, the happiness factor, because it's hard to do in this day and age. And if I was going to add one bonus thing, it would be to get off of social media. And I know somebody's going to put in the comments, oh, but you're on YouTube, that's social media. No, it's different. All right. So let's not even go down that path. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I don't even know. Does anybody do Snapchat? I don't even know what that is. But for me personally, I don't want to get sucked into that doom scrolling and just all of that other stuff that goes along with it. I like to watch on YouTube how to do things, places to go. I do watch the Max Velocity for the weather because he's fantastic, and I don't have cable TV, and I like to know what's going on for the weather, which is great. And I do follow a couple of other channels, so I do have an idea of what's going on out there in the world. So I'm not completely oblivious to everything, but I don't want to get sucked into all of that because there's a lot of negativity out there, and that gets pushed more than the positivity does, right? And so I try to control my environment because those things are not in my control. I can usually control what's right here around me, okay? And that's kind of what I do, but that's what keeps me content, okay? So anyway, that's just my thoughts on happiness is. You guys, please share in the comments below if I missed anything, what you'd like to add on to, things you personally do, things that you feel are important to your happiness in your life. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And yeah, I think my next video is going to be some thrift pieces for autumn winter that I picked up over the last probably year and a half. I think I'm going to show you those, and I think I'm also going to talk about my investment stuff as well. I just have to kind of figure out how I want to do it, just because of the whole screen record thing and everything else. Anyway, that's enough of that. So have a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. Enjoy life, because it seems like it's a long thing, but it's the shortest thing that we do. And we are only on this ride one time on this planet. So let's enjoy it. Let's rock it out, you guys. Love you all. We'll talk soon. Bye.